Yamamo akwaba. Afrika siabono enchiremu enie. Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama make say no. Wabon homoden etimi aja aswafa wa power ma weni mo ne bacha ono toso 9. Na make say no wajina omaga na mamra. Eye Tekra 78 cross 1 no so. Ewo mfempem eye dun kwade okron mienu amamra nim. Aja omo de atum make say no. Eye de appointment committee ekwa asetena kwa ye vetting. Ehwehwe mu aso no so hu se da bi. Sa aswafo yo no nyinada efini keka wa nya de ebi mo nti. Ghana mampeni ajomoto tonko gba jonam koso mo Ghana sompam. De dwuma de we no etodwa wene ewo Jibri House na ye fia dai eye ogefo bos me de toso nson emfimpim mienu ene aduonu enumum na Ghana mampeni echiremu se asofo enkoso mo Ghana sompam mo adwuma se be ye betumi awo no Ghana chiche ne kanko no ne betumi akon kan etimi ede ama oman na asofo mekase Ghana mampeni etumi ajo motum ne de kokogba adwuma no de odi kan aye Abdul Rashid Alhassan Purple ono kwakogba adwuma se asofo kwakogwe eye labor jobs and afiso employment so Evisi Ibrahim Mutala Muhammad nsuka ko badwuma se osofo kokohwe na atena ye eviso eye abode mu nyansape na afi nso eye mfididwuma so eviso eye Samuel na te George nso ekwa ko badwuma se osofo kokohwe nkunawudie digital eye digital technology and afiso innovations so na Kofi Idi Adams eye osofo kokohwe o Ghana yagudie ensem so na bio eye Joseph Ebukali ne ekwa ko badwuma se osofo kokohwe o Ghana yen transport eso ena kwabena minta akono ekwa kobadwuma se osofo a okwa kohwe Ghana yapo muden anom Samuel okugeta brakwa ekwa kobadwuma se osofo okwa kohwe Ghana ena afenso eye amonone ensensem so ena bio Felix ofosukwache ekwa kobadwuma se osofo okwa kohwe mampeni nikita hudie esom omamaka foforo bi nso eye Sedu Isifu okwa kobadwuma se osofo okwa kohwe ewiem sachire yeso abadwuma de mo Ghana nso ewiem sachire ne matimi akonkan yipa etimi ede ama oman ya mame Charity Gardner ekwa kobadwuma se oswafo a ono ekwa akwada eye ahafo mantam no anom ena Sarisu bi Awrube ekwa akwada eye Savannah mantam no anom omamaka bi nso eye Robert Petty eye Brentum okwa kobadwuma se eye regional minister ede ama Adesha omo eye Western North eye mantam no anom Joseph Nelson ekwa kobadwuma se eye oswafo akwada eye Atoye mantam anom na Joseph Adai so ekwa akobwa adwuma se Joseph aye Adai aye akwabwa esonde ne so okwa akobwa adwuma se regional minister ediama ebono na Francis Owusu Antwi so ekwa akobwa adwuma se eye central regional minister na Charles eye Langa ekwa akobwa adwuma so okwa eye Upper West mantam no eye anom na Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama adwuma de na se no odi nsem sei ede tuja.
A month today, I took the oath to become the 6th president under the 4th Republic and the 12th head of state since independence. I did so with the hopes and aspirations of millions of my fellow citizens weighing heavily on my shoulders. The Ghanaian people, in a resounding electoral mandate, have returned me to the high office. The urgency to reset our dear country is the reason why we have worked round the clock to constitute our government in record time so we can get things done quickly and efficiently. In this period, since I was sworn in, we've constituted a working presidential staff for both the office of the president and the office of the vice president. We've set in motion the processes for constitutional review by establishing a constitution review committee. We've initiated work on the national economic dialogue with a planning committee already hard at work. We've announced the promised national education review dialogue committee. We began the national tripartite committee negotiations with a view to setting the base pay and minimum wage. We've announced the 2025 Hajj fare, which is 13,000 Ghana cedis cheaper than what it was in the last year, among others. We've gathered here again today to witness the induction into office of 17 ministers who have gone through vetting and have been approved. There's 13 deputy ministers pending parliamentary approval. It is my expectation that Parliament will expedite vetting of the deputy ministerial nominees to complete the process and enable them to take office in support of their ministers. In the coming days, I'll be nominating the last remaining 4 deputy ministers to bring the total number of ministers to 60, as I promised the people of Ghana. Indeed, we have proven that it is possible to have a lean and efficient government, but that is the easiest part of the job. An efficient government will not make itself. It requires strategy, creativity, innovation, intentionality, and hard work. And I therefore expect nothing but the very best output from all of you.
Eni awoti ye Ghana man pene John Dramani Mahama. Ne kwa mono no swafo no ekwa he o my Ghana. Ena afin so amanone ensam ho Samuel Okujeto Abrakwa ejina swafo ni nyina mu edi nsam sei edi tuja.
On behalf of my colleague, honorable ministers of state, we wish to render our heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama for the confidence he has reposed in us. We wish to assure His Excellency the President and the people of Ghana that we do not take this confidence for granted and we do not take lightly the responsibility that has been put in our hands. We make a solemn pledge that we shall serve the people of this country as His Excellency the President of the Republic has charged us in utmost diligence, integrity, hard work, discipline, and with great respect for the chiefs and people of our country. We know our leader has very high standards. Over the last few weeks since his induction, we have seen how he has toiled and continues to serve the people of this country with diligence, with hard work, love for country, with deep respect for the chiefs and people of our country. If your boss epitomizes these principles and examples, you have absolutely no excuse to serve the people differently.
Eni awoti ye ayoswafo no eno kwakwa he o my Ghana ana afin so amanone ensem so ne den ede Samuel Okujeto Abrakwa no chire mi say wo man pani bla ne ho ase esoma de ba ne se na wo a wapa wo no wotumi mu adwumaden ensoma man emu chire mu ene ye de asomwe
Yentu akase bone so na West African Examination Council ye wayek for the nsama betudwa eche say nhwehwemu amoya ede afa eye krono a ekoso wa bra afimpi mienu ne aduonu nan eye nsohwe no ekoso no omo bomodia ede aba na wie yenti ekopem eye ogefo bosomi ne de toso aduonu wotwe e won fimpi mienu ne aduonu num ne de no matimi e release results no ede ama eye mofra no e wa bra omo kasa o press conference ase e wa ye komo head office ana eye head of public affairs adema wa ye John Kapi ede tudwa say ya de an examination board ni de ye anomudi so sane be ya bibia ebetimi akoye ede ama no mu chema ye opepo bosom ni de to so aduasa e won fimpi mienu ni aduonu num ana high court edi asem no ede ma ye school for 9 a omuko gina eye school for 10,520 omo results 8 mean by anemu eko file eye suit chesesi ane de ayade a court asha wa ye for so mo dia na eye results no mu release FMA eye mofra no into omo hwe anim se bedu eye ogefo bosom ni de to so aduonu ne de na hwehwemu omo ye nyina no omatimi aye awie sane be ya mofra no ebetimi ensaka eye omo results no na ye legal council edi ma school for no Martin Pegu eso ejina court eka say yade awaye ka bo mo homodin ase results na nya don be release ade ama nkola na no nam so me nkola no crampo no omo hu omo benku nu omo ni for mo so mo kom ani mo so mo kom achi o esa say results ne mba ye nto mo hu so mo to asu school so mo kwa akosua eye adwuma mo hu de omo nye nta yade awaye ka de omo ye de enye kra nti sese de yade a court no asha waye for say omonfa eye results no emra emont se na be school for no so behu ba bia omugina bia ewo ntisisi ade waye for se eye ogefo bosom ni de to so aduonu wotwe ewo mfimpi mienu ni aduonu num ne de na results no o ma release ade ama emofra no ye nto akase bone so
ye to aso a na ye kwakwa gina mo man Ghana ye ma se bedwam na ne do yada ma se bedwafo ekwa setena na mo ko ye no ene asa agro twetwetwe ne sa owia nam ne anoma nam sa the decopy mu ma se bedwam ene efia dai eye ofel ogefo bosme de toso enson efim pime na do nu enum no ne dom kuma no ede nsam do tu dwa kire mi se ma se bedwafo yi mo hu so Mon no so kra nti dodo ma bai montumi entrance madwumadie nkoso nti ebeya enmanim yada yampon enkitahudie no na so sansem no course no omanyi mfantimu kram na openipa ona na se yamame ona na deputy minority chief whip Habiba Idrisu asa ogia ne naso emra na mase bedwafo atena se adwumadie koso no ena wakase na ochirem se da bio wo hwe doma abehye mase bedwam ha sei na yesu a anya hwe krampo no yehia bedwa mase bedwafo dodo ba de se ne yadwokrom yensa 93 ansa na mase bedwadwumadie no yetimi ato so na so mtututu mani no nyade a womdodo duru senti o chirema na nyade o mamaden etimi ato omdwumadie omudie eso ewo ne ewo mase bedwam nanso akasa wie yepe ena ye first deputy speaker of parliament eye Bernard Ehiafo ekasa ye chirem se onno oye boss ewo ne o mase bedwam nti mopo mobedi dwuma efisa ba ni hia dwumadie ahodo betumi abo na membo nyema tumi akontem ne o hare so nti sede etie bia no dwumadie mobedi nanso no fofia nto ata no kokodwara ba mo a emra motena se so mba mmade atoto ne ma ne pe be yes madua sentemu pe ena da mukuma ne san so de gina mo na so se na de na mu kirei mase badwafo no emra bata adwumadie ho no ekire mu se anya hwekura mpo no ese mutumi nya eya 1/3 of the parliament na nipa dodo wa mase badwamu nyina no anya hwekura mu temu miensa ese mutumi nya mu baako ansa mase badwafo adwumadie no matumi adi nanso omoka mase badwafo dodo enem kopie mase badwamu no na ye eya de oson 974 na mo kirem se dabi 74 de esa enisa de ete no motwe mo timpo ene seten enya dwuma ne na ya dwuma tena da nanso mi ka se no eya Bernard Ehiafo no eya first deputy speaker no ejitu mo kirem se dabi de mo kan enukure nti enkitahude na ebedi ni mase badwam no enya dwuma wo made atena se etimi mase badwafo dwumadie no akwahye eya ebranta se yakopɔ ya adoma anapa nondu mase badwafo akwatena se ne government business mo hu kwan ahodo mefa so aboa na omaga hye ne kan kɔ ne mra no etimi eya adwuma nti ene seti na ekoso mase badwam no tontontan wanom entimi antena se ne emunchiremu ene de asom enumre
Yentu akase abone so na Ashanti regional minister ya Dr. Frank Amuakohin edi na watwe mienu edi atoa de amatemamufo a omodi omo ho ahye ye illegal mining ewo yemfuofuo ne ye yensuo mu no sa omo na watwe ye mienu omo modin ana omo femfre ye bia ya omudidi omudjuma na nya sa omodi omo begina ye law na nim ye papa no chema ya de obeka se obebo ye natural resources wo ye mantem wo my Ghana mu no eyade ogina ne na so obo ne homodi ase obetimi abo ho ban sanso na ota eyo mampani John Dramani Mahama echi sane ebe ya eye nani swadi hu opese oye wo man mu etimi abem na ochemu se eye nsuo a ye illegal miners foi aba be se no obebo ne homodi ase obetim nu ayi efini na efrim sane ebe ya eye timamufo ne nso ebetimi edi omudwuma yesan se se de nsuo na asese ya chese ne obenom de odi besinie ma de odi bedidi krampo no emu ayedin ye papa o kasa o hwe eye ntoko esi we ye military ne eye illegal miners o mo obo ase eno na so mani pankro ehwe mo nkra na chese enya asem dekra ya arehosem ye papa inte ye illegal miners o mbo omode ase na watwe mienu ode ama wo mi o betimi ade aseso mo ne mani na afibia ya o mudi tu eye fomagudie anya sadia emra ene o mo bedi ye papa ode nsem say etuja.
The president has issued out a directive that anyone in the forest reserve mining should vacate those spaces. We are giving them up to 2 weeks. That if you are mining within the forest reserves and you don't want to be on the bad side or on the other side of the law, you have 2 weeks to vacate or to leave those spaces. Again, the other area had to do with our water bodies. So we are also giving them 2 weeks period. That if you know you have any investment whatsoever and you are on the water bodies polluting them and then destroying our water bodies, you have 2 weeks to leave the space. We will send out a team to make sure we restore normalcy and restore order within the mining sector. Having done that, we also realize that most of the rivers have their paths through different or other regions, for which reason the effort within Ashanti region to even curb the galamsey and the illegal mining issue may not or really does not come to light. So what is happening is that I'm working together with the other regional ministers who equally share most of the tributaries of the river, and the river passes through their regions, so that we can be holistic in our approach towards fighting this galamsey issue. Maybe what you say, Mabune, I should have spoken. I am so much and Kuno, actually, Betimiaki, Pramo, let me aboa ama a year, a Betimia book room by near bo a year, and Mabunu, no so home by.
And I would see a Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amwakohini.
Yan to a Cassabono Swane, your body, a Ramo, what must be the new General Edema Desia, one of our equipment, not Abato and Peswasum. Ononso na kanena oye kwanchirefo peni Edeba National Lottery Authority ne den ede Sammy Adwoa odensam ede atudwa echirem se o my Ghana ye National Lottery Authority no etumi boa pa momen yetumi nya Sikapa nanso meka se no sika bebre ne ho no ma efa kuntuna ase aban no ontumi enya so mfa so biam wakase echirem se binum nam kwati kwan so etumi twa lotto we bia enya ade a efa mra kwan so nti aban no onya ka preba enfemfrum ochirem se Sajumadi akwaso magana mu no entumi Muhammad sika hodo a aban enya edi free National Lottery Authority mu no entumi enkonkan Sammy Adwoa akase echirem sem ode jesensema hodo bia kwato mase bedwofo ni so montenance no mu obo hundwendwen hu ni sei omamade na eye omagana mamra no eye National Lottery Act no 2006 no munya mu nsachire mu nentumi moa na kwati kwan hodo a Ghana fo bi fa so mutwa lotto na eno no enko National Lottery Authority di ma banya so mfa so no eto entumi entwa Sammy Adwoa agase echirem sem Oma Ghana anya hwekura mpo no enka safi bia nkwa na wie ne etumi nya sika eye 300 million Ghana cedis etumi nya sika wei edi free National Lottery Authority nchanya sika wei ekonkan yipam wasaka se echirem se Ghana fo etweloto no dodo na dana ya omunni omutweloto mpo akituwa bi pe na etumi di bi nanso sika na kura kituwa bi sika na kese nyinada ekwa aban nchen entelizo betumi aboma aban nya sika etumi da kyekyere omani senti aban ya kyekye pa etumi mu na Oma Ghana chacha ayebo no abantumi nya so mfa so no mfa omu oman wasaka se echirem se ukwa amame yahodo bi te se ne eye Spain Greece na USA ohwe lotto sika omunya no eso ye pa boa omutumi de boa o man kyekye ne kanko no etumi konka nanso Ghana de ide o chirem se konka ne yekram Sammy Adwoa asaka se echirem se enmanim yada abanu tumi mo na hyepa etumi mo na sika no munya nempo wo betumi de bia krasi ekotutu nsuo ama achesa amanfo asetrem etumi akoye Efisi nkurasi amembo no so betumi akwa ne nyinada ebetumi abo lotto na yetwa ne nyesika ne bi diabo maga kyekye ne kanko no ne betumi akwa ye pa ema Oma Ghana so yetumi akwa yanim ewo mpuntu mu Sammy Adwoa jemra ne nsem we de tudwa ewo ne dua yi
3 years a lottery back. Within the last 33 years, Australia Enquiries over 2 billion euros. Now, a banner has also there. Not just say, yeah, no, yeah, catch you. It's the next year, and they Sikano, Kakana, in your figure, beyond the body chitter or minor. And in the National Lottery Act, I am and and Kawoman Shekna and Kaim Hawa, a bind between Amia Sacremo, and Yakasa Sebio, okay, and a few Binyano, more fancy be 500 boreholes across the country. See, no bit me a measure NLA by that allocation and project. NLA ABA communities are now constituency by constituency. A few municipal public toilets, be about 10. See, no members of parliament can also say near NLA be a war me constituency because in Pimpino because I say Chani and Dia is kind of coin and all over the world, very few people win lottery every day. One and ye be a winning case, but Brano organization may win. No waiting on such as a goes to support public good and a good causes. And an American so far also to help fight illegal lottery. And NLA makes just about 300 million a year. But time the illegal operators make you almost 600 million. Almost Shabanas are running to make more than the state owned.
Any awoti ye ayakane kwanchira for Edema National Lottery Authority onukura yenso na masibejino jiremu Edema deshia wanom ewo ekwapem not ne den ede Sammy Adwoa ne ejina wo esu ne adan ye ho ye ba kase bodi aka akire no ye bakenka ne nyina da ede asomo
Makwantu ohunsam eye medadwen nanso me yansam tro ne nti menya adagye ye hwehwemu ekohu Sunday Sam's consult na wonom nti ende metimi ba menya abre ne adagye ekenkan ye eye investigations about womo ana me hu se wo apply for visa assistance a enfeli efri se wonom ewo track records madanse die nie ma me nintrel Sunday Sam's consult edi Britia webi ebeje wo visa ama wo. Say we call United Kingdom, Canada, Dubai, Poland, Croatia, na afei kradie, Serbia, any Greece nso abeka ho a work permit etechere. Ma menkyere wo mo ekire kwan. Sunday Sam's Consort ewo Ofanko Barrier, Asofan, our Bay Wise Park Hotel, ewo Asofan New Station honomo a. Frɛ number 0244 291546. Email address nso samuel626@gmail.com. Yeti ehudi enti, we connect dreams with opportunities. Emanenye wadwendwen, frɛ wonom na nso bedi adanse empo asede media.
Ya tuaka siabo no so ane yembo mfenwure mu awo soafo ne Ghana mampani agina tuma kwakọ hwe o Ghana nkita hudie ensem so mechire communication digitalization anafi innovation Samuel na te George adensem betu dwa echirim se o Ghana yensem kasa yusuo no yankopon ya dom ababa ye soafo nti sekirem betumi akoso me ya sign registration fufuro bio nense wode betu dwa no Ghana fo bia kasa echirim se openi Sam George enti sa na mote o chiremu a Ghana mampani dada na dankwa kufu ado ebe ye betena ase esan be ye enti abane se nenne Ghana fo nya dwuma nye ne ya power se be ye soafo a ade wani ko ho ne sei mo sa tabiri sika ele kwa ye sim registration o chiremu se Ghana fo bi chiremu se wedie Sam George wedie adabraka ebe yanka munyai kram dodo na ka se chiremu se wedie eye kwati kwan ya mo peso mo fa so no ma Ghana omba badia ebo ye dwirim edi o mani sika nti na mo dada yen etimi aka kire Ghana fo se yenkwa ne ensen kwa register yensem so no fufuro bio ebiru so aka se chiremu se wohwe hye ahodo abande de twa mu digu akwan mu na nkwe ni senti se empenifo tu sana mo ebetimi aboa ma yesem card na yusuo no ame enho security ahodo na hobambo na metumi akonkan se be ya obi entini enye frakadam dodo na so aka se chiremu se anamonto we pa dia dabraka Ghana sika ana pesa mudugu mbotom na mudi neni kan kwetie eni ahodo Sam George edi kan ya ansana Ghana fo edi nsem we edi tuja.
Mr. Speaker, one of the key things that we need to do,
which I stated emphatically during my vetting, was a proper SIM re-registration. And we don't need to do just a SIM re-registration, we need to do a central equipment identity register. Because, Mr. Speaker, today, if you complete a SIM re-registration and you even block the SIM, they can simply move to another phone and use that phone. But if you have a central equipment identity register and it is locked with the SIM card, Mr. Speaker, when we block the SIM, and most members know when the fraud is done, they are asked to pay money to a certain series of numbers. When you block the SIM card and you block the device as well, it makes it difficult for that person. It means for that person to perpetrate fraud again, they need to go and buy a new phone and do a new SIM registration.
Enuachi ena Ghana for no so jemre eni di yakasebo ensem sei ena Ghana for so do tuja.
I don't know how it's going to cost the nation though, but I think it's a good idea because I had a SIM some time ago and I thought my name was on the SIM. But later on I realized that it wasn't my name. So I think it's a good idea. And if you have maybe an account at a bank or something and you need the details to transfer I think it will not help you. Yeah. So I think it's a good idea. If it's not going to cost us so much, if it will not cost the nation anything at all, fine, because there are other things to be done, more important to be done. So I think it's a good idea. Yeah.
And for so be a waste of money. Or money is can person one send keke. Say SIM card no abanu ye and to aso. Nti ababia ye bibina say waba eso to aso. But who san reverse and san ko chinka say who sabe sisano. But me say sebi and for so be so.
Ni a woti ye eya Ghana de hie bi no ma kire o madwen e de afa eye sim card aye san be register na foforo ma Ghana mu no ho ne yenko Facebook no so ne yenken kan Ghana fo adwen kire mi ye odo etama na o kire mi say nursing training allowance no matwam you yate we ya Richard ha na o kire mi say good evening to you Pentecost data kwade Kwadwo krom de hikonkron twebe wudi hie Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy ni Adwoa Agyei Sikapa kasebo no emu da pasa no manama ennam eye DJ Ghana man fidie ni so ogbetre station hono ma say emu da pa Ghana fo nyina etie ogbetre ni mpatemo kirem say DLFM anese no edemu pa senior yada se wo fa k odifri eye ni open station wo kirem say Ghana man panin John Dramani Mahama ne fangu bo esura na eko endi o man panin wonya ho hwe ana o sinchi akese enkoma eye Charles Oten aka OT Assistant Secretary Greater Accra Regional Hufo yo yada se senior we sufri baba Mahama oboase o se Ghana for the wani kotu ya wisie ehwe Ghana mampeni John Dramani Mahama say obetumi etu galamse na se frisa santimantemo ensu ahudo nyina na galamse ese na kokofo akuafo nyina dane akuafo esu ochiremu se nchia kese enko emfama ode ne ho kofi eye apienin enin ye oya dase senior Ghana ni yaba wonchen de ya dure ye sofa na meso min sofa eye hwana bo Sam George yabo ne di so enko ye sofa ko my Ghana nkita hudie Minister of Communication ochiremu se sim card no yaba ko ye registration foforo Ghana fo bia kase chiremu se we di sikadie be koso nti omompe ebinim se chire se ebekoye we ye Ghana ni ansem se what ya wo so mi sen. Hello, Majo.
Hello.
Senior, good evening.
Good evening. We did the Kwame because I do the one.
Me pacho me ntio.
Yeah, oh, Ghana pay for all. I would hear Diagro. I would hear Diagro, papa. Ghana some cabia, I got this study the year. I feel you say, oh, this is for my I say I can't wear the stuff of Aden. Sadu, yeah, Chabra, Bra, son, wood map, for double baby. You do cry. Oya kwa ko yejuma be ya de ya fo so ba ya ade sabi jamo mo ya na ye kwa
oh senior David me pacho twesan hello nyabotra mami pacho e radio si na wakasa no enti mesraw e ho no twesan mami mesraw ada
okay o de ba chata
be da se pa na wadwe nkyere hello majo
Eja ofa pomo e.
Yami adumu champion man nani.
Kofi mani na mo titi.
Kofi ma me yenti wa numre.
Ofa. Ye be catch the communication minister designate say. The okano enfa. Ofa the enfa ne say sim sebio omo merchant form ye mobile money. Uni say ko to sim omo chair 1.2. As wow, we are kaka echo office or 15 cities. And she said, who can say salary registration if you ma? Then of person say, Obi anytime when you Ghana card. And I think I'll pay you more mobile. Okay.
Okay.
Ghana Kano. We schools one ma, Egugu India, the brain a
yeah,
so what did they see a cry and come past him here? Similar, I am pet him. It's on Consambra.
Yami wish up. Hello, Bajo.
Adwoa Kwadwo.
Sa Kwadwo Tama community levy my entire number.
Sa Kwadwo ni. Sa Kwadwo.
Sak.
Say young Ghana penny for no. Adia ehu hia nkoa e no mo ye. Enipa dodo ahe e na ebe ye omo fraud. Obesisa enipa millions of people nyina SIM card. Just a sika say no more nya bi de agu omu bottom de ahwe omo ye na omo ma. Papa second one obeka ya na asem no kan me fo ano so. Enkwasi asem me da asem.
Kwadwo sak jina so enkate no. Sak Kwadwo.
Machi asan.
Thank you. Mr. Enlupiti sa ade ne bi e besere mo ada. Yema emra no enye adwuma enipani atem e wo DLFM so eye enimu frustration na nso mesrew attendee no eye me pacho sak
muko school ba na muko hu ade kakra bi pe na mu de ya dwen di agro
sak ode o pent no Ghana fo ate wase enti yemfa ne sa nyame wo nhyira pa hello Bajo
hello Eja aiko
mejo so pa wodi na bia kasa free
Moses zawonyani
me pacho me enti o
mi ma temo ani se woman year campaign, since Kadi, woman find your campaign. Woman, some the damn one, woman catch rain. And if some of them catch rain, woman shall woman yet a Juma. Well, you see a 3 year my referee. Now, then I pen the Fangazarian. Minimum Jama coming here. Yamisha, right?
I mean, no, senior. Yeah, that's a pa. Hello, Bajo.
Yeah.
Phone, Nana.
Daniel.
Mr. Daniel, Pachoka, Sefre.
Tema.
If I told me into you.
Me so bagi kire mu no me hu se ehu hia e ya daje na omo san ba be se nye bibia bibi fufuro bi enti na omo ye dia nka omo jai man yusu we ya because adaje ani pa be sa asai wo kro we mu no tama ye be ye djuma ni pa be jaya dia kwase line
okay
answer
yeah that's it ya me won shira pa hello Majo
ye nya aja
senior udi na bia kasa free
e fa me ko be so kasa free ashama ni tan
me pa cho me enti animre
on se NDC former come esan se omo beye we no o man ka ho asem na ya to amamu awie no
One affair of Dramoye, and Cobebia, and Fat.
Okay. You Matipa, that's it. Wait a minute, last caller. We didn't be a casa free.
No, Casasia,
Pacho maintain.
Wafa, a domain your menu, and maybe a woman shank come as a move. Now, a SIM card, and a more come as them. This all my Ghana, Sir Adwoa, and Android. Bye bye.
Vedasepa, hello.
Hello.
Because man come be am free bio so. My ya went here, me patch off me pon. We didn't be your casa free. 49 na wow. Why you do?
What am I doing?
For me pon.
Be ma wonim. Ya besire. And they sabi okoto cheaper. Kuta Ghana card ni adia. You register we nye you. Enti dia be bio. Dia be bio. Ya besire. Yenye ni ehia antani aye fata. Masa te say komo okromo still.
Yeah, that's it.
Komo the boys and the boys die pa because komo the boys.
Yeah, that's it senior. Yo.
Yenye ni ehia sani aye fata.
Yeah, that's it bebre say won so wo buy we na Ghana for e begina we so ne yabuka se bonu komi say pon ka se bonu se mufo maize mebe entwi ne se mo e de ema yen DJ Omalion eni kofite de kopie mo Facebook no eso enani menu abesuma ni mere no edi ameje so e takwade kodwokrom twebe wudi shi konkron Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy mene
Adwoa Agyei Sikapa.
Yes, also apakaji watnase no da kopama so nsem edi atoa so edi asome mu bibia mu enitia adehye
DL Power Sports emu ade ejawo dead DL Power Sports emu ade